You have been called to do something phenomenal in this universe, and only you can manifest it because you are that cargo. You hold it. That's it. I knew I was going to be a nurse as long as I could think. I worked nights for many years, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. shifts. I remember distinctly, I'm just sitting in the emergency room and I had a lot of thinking time. I started getting really, really hungry around business development. I just started digging deeper and digging deeper. I would be online, I'd be looking at books, I'd be reading about leadership. I remember one doctor was sitting here. I would interject and I'd say, hey, real quick, doc, don't forget to think about marketing and don't forget to think about, the geographic research you're going to need. And you're looking at me, how do you know this stuff? I started getting the name, the business nurse, the nurse in the ER, the business nurse. We'd be in trauma, doing our stuff, and they'd be asking questions. He goes, no, you're like a genius. What are you doing here? You need to go and do your own business and do whatever. And I'm thinking, never thought about that. So of course I called Daddy, and he's like, of course, I don't know what's been taking you so long. I'm like, Daddy, you never said anything. He said, of all my kids, he goes, you're my little entrepreneur bunny. You're the one that's gonna do it. So I said, well, I'm not gonna leave nursing, but I'll start this little side hustle thing, right? I'll start my business. And that's when my first company, Soothing Aromas, started. It was a custom gift basket business. So of course I called Daddy, and he said to me very clearly, you have 12 months so you can practice being a business owner. And in 12 months, you need to shut it down and you need to go open your real business and to do what you're really needing to do. I didn't pay him any mind. I was like, that's just Daddy talking, right? 12 months came around. He said, okay, now it's time to shut it down. And now you can go open the business that you're really supposed to open. And of course I'm like, but Daddy, no, I'm doing so well. He goes, but this is not your purpose. This is not what you're supposed to do. Your talents are higher than this. And then I switched over, started my second company, Visionary People. And the first 4 years, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have a clue. I made so many mistakes because I was focusing on all of my fears. I felt like I wasn't deserving to be a business owner. I was playing entrepreneurship because now I'm doing real business. In my mind, that's real business now. And I sat to myself one day and I said, Natasha, would you hire you? I had to face the facts. I wasn't running a business or being the consultant that I would even hire. I faced that reality and I cried so much because I felt like a failure. I made a complete turn, and I remember I called Dad. He said, so what are you going to do about it now? What's the plan? What are you going to do about it? That was my school of hard knocks. While I was finally getting my business identity together, my personal identity was shifted because I was faced with a divorce that I did not see coming. I'm not Mrs. So-and-so anymore. Well, who the heck am I? And I just didn't really know who Natasha Davis really was. And I didn't realize I didn't know who I really was until I was faced with this divorce. We're sitting in front of the judge and I said, I want my daddy's name back. Put me back where I was. My name is Natasha Elaine Davis. And that's how I'm leaving this court. I found me. And that day I got it together and I knew I will never be broken again. I will never lose my identity personally or professionally ever again. And that is where impact branding launched. I want people to make an impact with their brand. I want them to make an impact with whatever they do and wherever they go. That's where impact branding came from. Right? Uncomplicate those complicated things. Uncomplicate branding, uncomplicate lead generation, uncomplicate marketing, and make it simple, but also make it accessible. My business transformed tremendously. So my dad passed away last year after Father's Day. My daddy's so proud of me. I truly don't believe that we are all here just because. I believe that we're carrying something that people in this world need, and we have to unleash that. When I decided to start using Infusionsoft by Keap, my business was growing. As I was growing and evolving, I knew that I needed automation, and I knew that I needed something to streamline my day-to-day operations. I didn't really know there was one system, one company, one platform that could actually give me everything I needed. It has helped me to grow my company because I'm not afraid to take on more clients. When I get nervous and when I get fearful, I will always rise above it because somebody needs me. If I had not really evolved and I had not turned my light on, if I had not found my true new identity, when I sit here today, I think of all the people that I have been blessed to serve, that they would have missed out because I was carrying that last piece of the puzzle. Some people may think that's grandiose. I don't. I think that is just your purpose. That's why I do what I do.